Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. A little juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winners. You get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First down, Buccaneers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in the...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out come the Texans in great starting field position. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, They want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Stroud looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Marks will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Marks now at 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Play action. Here's Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Stroud now to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Opposed to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 31-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Mayfield off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Mayfield to throw it. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Mayfield. And it's caught. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Irving diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Stroud out of the gun here. Well, he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Once more with Marks. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 2nd and 6. But they'll go play action here with Stroud. They'll swing this out to Marks. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Mayfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. First down. A gain of 12. And the Buccaneers.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
To number 13, Mike Evans. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Well, the jet sweep, this is Godwin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A first carry for Rashad White. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Mayfield on play action. He finds his target. It's Evans. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton from 3 yards out. And the Bucs are back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They run straight ahead with Marks. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Marks. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Now he'll take this and run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Stroud. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. Oh, nice move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On the handoff, Marks. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Stroud. Will swing left side, caught by Collins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Stroud looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for, Nate, at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They run out of the gun with Urban. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down in a yard. Once again, it's Irvin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Here's Stroud. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On the give, here's Marks. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The handoff, it's Marks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Texans, first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3. Stroud off the play fake. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here goes Stroud again. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, There's a premium for all of that now.
Stroud to throw it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's Marks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to swell the lead to 6. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mayfield going to take it on a sneak. And he is going to have the Bucs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Martin brings it in over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing, Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A run up the middle with Irvin. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And they'll run again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. It's the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Houston. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Marks. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They set up the screen. Marks down the right sideline. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Stroud. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Yaya Diaby collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First down. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Buccaneers.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Irvin. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.